everybody, this is Rich Gold Black here, and welcome to another Doctor Who video, in which today I'm going to be taking you guys through my Doctor Who autograph collection for 2017. I was at Belfast Comic Con for 2017 earlier today, and I managed to get 5 autographs. So, without further ado, let us begin by taking a look at just signed pictures. First one I'm going to be showing is Peter Purvis, signed a picture of the massacre signed by Peter Purvis. Got this back in Belfast Comic Con 2015. So yeah, there is that. Taking a look at this next, which is basically just a folder book of just promo images and signed images in general that I happen to have. First Doctor Who autograph I got, actually really easy to see when it's in this light. William Russell's autograph, means a lot to me, this one, as he is one of my favourite Doctor Who companions. A picture of Marco Polo signed by William Russell and Carol Ann Ford, I believe from episode 5. Then we have a custom video sleeve of Mission to the Unknown signed by Edward D. Souza, fan made video sleeve, might I add. And then next up we've got some various signed CD booklets. The Invasion signed by Nicholas Courtney and 2 others. The Romans booklet signed by Nick Evans. Marco Polo, William Russell, and signed by William Russell and the person that played Ping Cho. The War Machines signed by Anarchy Wills and somebody else. The Ark signed by Ian Frost, Jackie Lane and somebody else. The Mythmakers audiobook signed by Francis White. Doctor Who Titan Comics 3rd Doctor Volume or Issue 1 signed by Richard Franklin. Then we have the 3 autographs that I got from Belfast Comic Con, not Belfast Comic Con, Dimensions last year. Who is this guy? Don't know his name. And here we have Peter Davidson's autograph, which is quite interesting to have. I've known this guy in a charity shop in a town near me for quite a while now, and he gave this to me late last year as a gift. He meant to give it to me for my birthday, but I didn't show in until like Christmas, so he gave me that, which is Peter Davidson's autograph, which is really nice. So yeah, moving on to DVDs, signed DVDs and signed CDs now. First off we have John Levine on Inferno. John Levine again, but this time on the Daemons. David Goodison on Destiny of the Daleks, who played Davros in the story. The Keeper of Traken, signed by Matthew Waterhouse and Sarah Sutton. The Remembrance of the Daleks, signed by Sylvester McCoy. And Camille Kodarai on Series 4 Volume 4. That's all the signed DVDs I have as of now, 6 in total, which is quite nice. For the only 2 signed CDs I have, because I've mainly been getting signed books and whatnot, but I'm hoping to expand on CDs and DVDs more in the future. Probably, well, without question, the kingpin of my collection, Daleks Master Plan Radio Collection signed by Gene Marsh, Peter Purvis and Nicholas Courtney, which still feels unreal to this day to have. Just freaking amazing thing to have in my collection. Only bit of damage on it is that crack on the base of the case there. Purchased this for 35 quid off of eBay and was well worth it. Not only because it's quite possibly a one of a kind item in the world, but another one appeared on eBay shortly afterwards for 80. Next up we have monthly range Big Finish number 13, The Shadow of the Scourge, which is signed on the back leaflet art by Sylvester McCoy. Mainly got this because I saw it for cheap on eBay. And now we're getting into signed Doctor Who books. And this is going to be, and this is quite extensive in terms of autographs and whatnot. So starting off with the Target books, we have 10th Planet 1970s paperback signed by Anarchy Wills. Another one of the biggest items in my collection, probably the most valuable item along with Dalek's Master Plan triple signed. We have my Tomb of the Cybermen Doctor Who Target hardback, which is unfortunately an ex-library, as you can see right there, because its ass has gotten stamped. But this specific copy is signed by Deborah Watling, Fraser Hines and Jeff Cummins. Jeff Cummins being the person that did the illustration to this Target book. Purchased that for 20 quid and I got it signed by Fraser Hines and Jeff Cummins at Dimensions 2016. It already had Deborah Watling's autograph in it when I purchased it originally off of eBay. And I only purchased it off of eBay for 20 quid, so, and now that's worth like nearly 100, I would say. One of the sort of special items in my collection, Web of Fear 2016 reprint. This of which is signed by two icons of the Targets, Chris Archelios there and Terrence Dix there. Next up we have an Ambassadors of Death paperback, which is signed by Derek Martin. Very rare autograph and guest. Next up we have a W.H. Allen hardback of The Awakening. Now this thing is signed by 11 people. So I'm going to try and go through all of them. We have Shelley Wells, I'm pretty sure I'm butchering that name, Colin Howard, David Banks, Gary Russell, John Nathan Turner, Terrence Dix again, Peter Halliday and Peter Miles. And then we have John Levine, John Scott Martin and Brian Clegg. Crazy to have this in my collection. Purchased it off of eBay for only 16 quid and that was the average price for this book on Amazon at the time, so crazy deal. Next up we have the Target book 2016 reissue signed to me for my 18th birthday by David J. Howe, as I purchased this at Dimensions last year, Dimensions 2016. And I got it signed by David J. Howe for my 18th birthday, as that was for my 18th birthday. Dimensions 2016. Moving on to non-Target books now. We have Business Unusual signed by Gary Russell. Spiral Scratch signed by Gary Russell. Campaign signed by Jim Mortimore. One of the biggest items in my collection and really valuable, Times Champion, what like some people like to call the Holy Bible of Doctor Who. Purchased this for 20 quid at Dimensions last year. Got it signed by Colin Baker there, and today I got it signed by John Levine. He started to write John Levine started to write his autograph in this pen, but the pen died, and sort of partway through writing the autograph, or only when he just started it, so he went over it in the little silver liner pen in over the junk autograph whenever the pen died, and that's why you can see that little bit of black just sticking out there. But yeah, still really happy to have this. Freaking incredible to have. First Doctor Who book, first Doctor Who item, first Doctor Who book I ever got signed, and that is the Shadow in the Glass reprint by Colin Baker. Fraser Hines on History Collection of the Roundheads. And then for the finale, we have quite a heavy stack of books here because most of them are hardback, and these are various Doctor Who books, just sort of miscellaneous ones, including the Telos Deluxes I have. We have Time Shadows, which is a short story anthology signed by Stephen Hatcher, a sequel of which is coming out later this year, which is quite interesting. I have not even read a single one of that yet. Next up we have Bernice Summerfield, Life During Wartime, Big Finish short trip book, signed by Robert Sherman, who did this crazy drawing for me. So yeah, there is that. Now, to end off the video, we have my Telos Deluxe books, all of which are manually signed, all of which are pre-signed by the authors and people that did or worked on the book before release. First one of which I have 4. I have Back to the Vortex, which is signed by J. Sean Lyon and Philip David Segal, who, this guy down here, directed the TV movie or works on it. My Back to the Vortex is number 491 out of 500. One of the rarest Doctor Who books in my collection that I managed to get for only 15 quid, the Telos Novella Deluxe of Time and Relative, who is signed by Kim Newman, Justin Richards, and then the person that did the illustration to this Doctor Who book, or the exclusive illustration to this deluxe edition. Then we have the Deluxe of The Eye of the Tiger, which is a Doctor Who book that I have read, which is signed by somebody, Paul McCowley, the author, and the person that did the illustration to this Doctor Who book. Again, I've reviewed that Doctor Who book, and it was a really good book actually. And then to end it off, we have quite a big item in my collection, Talkback the 60s signed and numbered deluxe edition by Telos again, by Stephen James Walker, number 9 out of 200. Very, very low number. And yes, that's it guys, that is my Doctor Who autograph collection. Quite an extensive collection, as you can see. Got quite a few autographs in my collection, and it only really just hit home how many autographs I actually had when compiling all of my autographed Doctor Who items, or tracking them down in my collection just for this video. So it really hit home for me how many Doctor Who autographs I actually have in my collection, which is mainly helped out by that crazy W.H. Allen hardback of The Awakening. But yeah, anyways guys, that is my Doctor Who autograph collection for 2017. Like, fair, comment, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Pitch Gold Black, dematerializing.